Okay, so we are going to hop from California over to a state that we have been working closely with for the past several years. We're going to be welcoming back some guests who were with us in 2020 when New Jersey became the first state in the United States to mandate climate action education. I still get goosebumps when I say that because this is really a powerful and important. So today we are going to welcome in several guests. I'm going to start by introducing our good friend, Michael Dunley, and he has helped us to keep this message going. He is joining today from his school in Tabernacle, New Jersey, Olson Middle School, with his 5th grade students, and they have a very, very special guest, which I will let him do the honors of introducing. So, Mike, how are you? Hi, kids.
I'm great. We're so honored to be a part of today's great event. This is our 6th year participating in the Climate Action Project and the 2nd time that we'll be on the Climate Action Day webinar event. And we are honored, but I would like to first just add that no one works alone. So I am collaborating today with Mrs. Gulick and Mrs. Egan, and we have a student teacher named Miss Yeager who are also here, as well as 2 homerooms of 5th grade students here in lovely Tabernacle. So I just wanted to give everybody a shout out to let you know who's actually in the room. And it is my distinct and honor and privilege to introduce to the world our governor lady, Tammy Murphy, who is a true champion for climate action change, for our environment. As you mentioned, leading in 2020, there was a lot of work that was done, and we had the honor of interviewing First Lady then. And it's so exciting to come back and check in because this is the year of implementation. And what's really special about this year and our time with her today is that instead of hearing my voice, we're going to be hearing actual students who get a chance to talk to the First Lady of our wonderful state. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce First Lady of New Jersey, Tammy Murphy.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me here. I am so excited, and it is great to not only see some excellent teachers. We have the best in New Jersey, need I say otherwise, and some of our aspiring students who are going to be the change makers for the future. Hi, everybody.
Everyone say hello.
Hello.
So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. We would like to introduce to you our first question. Come on up. This is my student named Luke. Luke, go ahead. Why don't you say hello to the governor's wife,
Hello.
Mrs. Murphy, and
Hi.
you can ask her your question.
My question is, how long have you been an advocate fighting for climate change solutions?
Hi, Luke. It's nice to meet you. I have been fighting for this since well before you were born. I can promise you that. I lived overseas in Germany in the 90s, and I was really stunned to see an entire country coming together for recycling. That was something that I had never seen before. And not only did you have to have a bag to go to the grocery store, which we are catching up with that here in the United States now, but you had to not only separate your recyclables, but you had to separate by glass, the color, and all sorts of things. Subsequently, I was asked to be a charter founding member and the secretary of Vice President Al Gore's Climate Reality Action Fund. That's the pin that I'm wearing here. And since then, my understanding of the dangers and effects of climate change has only deepened. But like the last speaker, the Kelly Lay, I think her name is, from California. My children, our 4 children, Josh, Emma, Charlie, and Sam, have always been my passion, and they are the ones who have led me to this point, because I think as a parent, we want to leave the world a little bit better than you found it and hope that your children can build on that as well. So here in New Jersey, we're doing just that, as I think you all might know.
Well, thank you very much, Luke. That was a great question. Come on up. My second question, a student, is going to be Rowan. Rowan?
Hi. My question is, how hard has it been to get standards into New Jersey that focus on climate change?
Nice to meet you, Rowan. Thank you for that question. I would say I started working on this with my team back in 2018. It wasn't until 2019, in the spring of 2019, that I actually made a speech and pitched the Department of Education on the hope that this might be a reality someday in New Jersey. And subsequently, I have worked really carefully with the 130 educators who were enlisted to actually update our state education standards, and they do this every 5 years. Our Department of Education has worked hand in hand to make sure that teachers and superintendents and principals all have the tools that they need to help roll this out. And the Department of Education has developed an incredible online toolkit in partnership with the Department of Environmental Protection for teachers who are actually looking for more knowledge and guidance. I would also have to give a big shout out. We have great partners across our state like Sustainable Jersey and the New Jersey Education Association and several colleges and universities who have all come together to help us be a leader in the climate change education space.
And Mrs. Murphy, we also collaborate down here. We live in the Pine Barrens.
Yes.
And we worked with the Pinelands Preservation Alliance the other day, where the entire 5th grade was working out on our bioswale, our rain garden, which is also part of the whole effects of climate change. So we partner with a lot of local organizations as well, and it's all because of the work that you've done up there. I'd like to introduce our 3rd student, which is Ava. Ava, come on up, and she's going to ask you her question.
My question is, are other states and countries asking you and New Jersey for help in getting their learning standards?
Hi, Ava. Thanks for asking that question. The answer is yes. We have had people from Oregon and Wyoming and Colorado, Massachusetts and Pennsylvania reach out within the United States. And we've even had people from as far away as Australia touch base with us to see how and what we're doing here. But we're really looking forward to understanding what state will be the second state to work together with New Jersey, because we can't do it on our own, as you know.
And for our 4th question, it'll come from our student, Jaden. Come on up, Jaden. And I just want to say I'm so proud of our students. Come on, Jaden.
My question is, what can young people do to help address the causes and effects of climate change?
Okay, well, hi, Jake. Thank you for that question. There are so many things that you can do. I know that in Middletown, New Jersey, where we live, there are a group of students who are currently working with town officials to install solar panels on the town hall. Another group closer to our shoreline is planting dune grass to protect our shores from rising waters. It sounds like you all have been doing a lot down there in the Pine Barrens as well. And I think under the great dedication of your teacher and the others who are with you, that the biggest thing you can do is really just learn about climate change so that you are prepared to help address all the effects and prevent the causes down the road. But you can be everything you can be and more by just being in your classroom and leaning in and trying to learn as much as you can.
Well, it's we did just celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Superstorm Sandy, which we know and you know hit New Jersey, Middletown. My parents live in Atlantic Highlands, right around the corner from you, and I live out at the shore in Mystic Islands and down in Tuckerton area. And this area got hit hard too. So we're very keenly aware of the impact of climate change, the causes, the effects, but making it part of the curriculum across all subject areas, all grade levels is truly a game changer. And I believe after 6 years of seeing these children become leaders in their own community, that we have a lot to hope for and have a lot of optimism that we might be able to solve this problem if we all work together. So from everyone here at Tabernacle, we just want to thank you for finding time in your schedule to come and really let them know that they matter and that they value. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hey, Michael, I'd love to come down to Tabernacle sometime and actually meet some of your students, perhaps in person, and see all the great things you guys are up to down there.
We would love to host you anytime.
Okay. All right. Thank you all for everything you're doing.
Thank you. All right, now they're going to wrap it up, so hold on.
Thank you so much to First Lady Murphy and to Michael Dunley and his incredible class of students who prepared those questions. So all eyes are on New Jersey. We've been talking about this for the past several years as Michael said, this is an initiative of bringing climate action education across the curriculum. So it's not just reserved for the science classrooms. It goes into every content area at every level. So all students, horizontal and vertical alignment, able to participate in this important work. So we are so grateful for them to be able to join us today. And our next guest